welcome back, friends, to Great Day, Louisiana. You know, we love to entertain people on this show, but we also like to inform as well. And right now, I want to take some time to discuss why Louisiana is the most incarcerated place in the world. Take a look at this graph right here that looks at incarceration rates. As you can see right here, India, about 35 people per 100,000 people. And as we move along this graph, you can see the number going up. Look at the United States right here, 624 people. But you know what number is higher than the United States as a whole? The state of Louisiana, with over 1,000 people per 100,000 people being incarcerated. It's unbelievable to think that our state is the most incarcerated place in the world. But luckily, there's a new exhibit here at the Historic New Orleans Collection that's detailing why we got here and how hopefully we cannot become the most incarcerated capital once again. It's called Captive State. Let's go meet with one of the co-curators to find out a little bit more.
My name is Eric Seifrith. I'm a curator historian at the Historic New Orleans Collection and a co-curator on Captive State, Louisiana and the Making of Mass Incarceration. The idea for Captive State came to us about half dozen years ago. We had the opportunity to bring to the museum a series of photographs and a couple of quilts that document the hospice program at Angola, the largest prison in the state. When these came to us, we knew that we wanted to put them on display. But we also knew that this was a little bit of the story, and we need to uncover a larger story of what was going on in the state related to incarceration. Captive State is a big story. We try to tell 300 years of history. So what we do is we break up that history into two parts. We begin our story with the founding of the European city of New Orleans in 1718 and the introduction of the Louisiana Code Noir in 1724. This document includes a series of laws targeting people of African descent, enslaved people, and some religious minorities that sets up a white supremacist slave society that is going to be the foundation of Louisiana's society and government going forward.
This is called the House of Detention. And Eric, I gotta be honest, the first thing that really shocked me was that you all have a recreation of a real diary from someone who actually lived there. And I read through it. She talked about how this is my first day, jail is hard, jail is sad. I learned how to make a pillow out of tea and toilet paper. So it's really cool that you all have this interactive part. But I was asking you, where did you all get this bed from over here? And you actually got this from OPSO.
So this is material that was in the House of Detention, which was the first addition to the jail complex at Tulane and Broad, opens in 1967.
Wow.
It's no longer open. We had the opportunity to participate in a historical recordation process for the building, and we're able to pull out a few items from it to share with visitors so we could see what the physical realities of that facility and the jail in New Orleans were. So this is a bed from the third floor of HOD. We have some other materials, a commode, a mirror, a restraint bed. This story is really one about people. It's complicated. We talk about laws, we talk about policies, we talk about numbers, but at the heart of it, it's a story about people and our society and how we want it to operate. So we end the exhibition with an opportunity for our visitors to interact with people who have experienced incarceration, and we do that in a couple ways. We have 10 short testimonial videos from people who are or were incarcerated talking about their experience. We also have a portrait series of 250 people who were incarcerated at 3 Louisiana prisons, photos taken around the year 2000. And this gives our visitor the opportunity to stand and share space with people that have or were incarcerated and to feel their story as well. And we try to end our visitor experience with that moment.
How do we fix this? How do we fix the incarceration problem that we have here in Louisiana?
Well, one of the things we try to show in the exhibition is that this is our system that we created, and we're all, have the ability to change it if we want. We've seen it change over time. One example of that is this yard sign right here, which shows when we as Louisianians came together to change our state's constitution in 2018 to require unanimous jury for conviction of a felony.
Right.
And that's something that wasn't the case before.
We're in an election year right now, so it's important that we have conversations like these, because if we want to change this, we need to be the ones to change this. Thank you so much for joining us today, Eric. Congratulations to you and your team on a very powerful exhibit. And listen, this is a very heart-wrenching exhibit at times. Luckily, they have a reflection room if you want to find out more information and really think about what you can do as a person to help them out. Make sure you check out that reflection room at the end of the exhibit. If you want to check out Captive State, you have to come to the Historic New Orleans Collection here in the French Quarter. It is free to come, and this exhibit is open until January 19th, 2025. If you want to do a guided tour, they do some on certain days of the week. If you want more information about that, just head over to hnoc.org. All right, everyone, stick with us. We have a lot more coming up on Great Day Louisiana. We'll be right back.